Kyvier said, "Show me your power." The Garustro smiled and waved his hand and created this dark, fiery landscape. And he says, "This is my power, child. Would you like some?" Welcome back, Storyteller. My name's Khalil Roberson, a seasoned DM who's here to help you craft your first story or your 100th story. Now, in today's parable, I'm going to be sharing a story where I learned the very valuable lesson of tension and how to give your players what they want with a little needle and thread attached to it. All right, let's walk into it. In this campaign, which was my Dragon Wars campaign, basically what was happening was that a party was en route in order to go into the Dwarven lands that they had to go into in order to repair their airship. Now, on their way there, they were being assaulted by these worm-like creatures that were spewing these huge magma balls, dealing like 2d20 fire damage. Yeah, ridiculous. I was expecting them not to go after them, but, you know, as players will, they want to go down there and figure out what the hell is going on and who are these people. The tiefling of the party, Kyvier, said, "You know what, let's go all the way down there." And he took himself, Painsy, and I believe Zoc, who was their monk. Painsy was their halfling barbarian who like wielded this huge great axe. She was ridiculous. Anyways, so basically, as they went down into one of the holes that these worm-like creatures had tunneled and followed all the way down, the worm-like creature actually stopped and was waiting for them. As they entered towards the worm creature, it opened up its rear end region, and out came this huge Garistro-like creature. It's not exactly a Garistro, it's a little bit different. They're called great rams in my world, but nonetheless, it's a Garistro-like creature that is really powerful. So as they came over to it, it was basically talking to Kyvier saying, "Oh, welcome back, my child." Which Kyvier's like, "Okay?" Because in my world, tieflings are actually the sub-race of Garistro, or demons, but demons are actually all Minotaur-like creatures. So Garistros are like the top of the line demons inside of the material plane that exists. Then it's Minotaurs, then it's tieflings, then it's goblins, then it's orcs. That's how my whole hierarchy of demons and devils work, or demons really work. So basically, he said, "Oh, welcome back, my child. I'm glad that you can join us back in our world." In which Kyvier, who has never been amongst his own kind, was like, "Okay, what do you mean? Who are you? What are you?" He's like, "My name is Naga." And he was like, "You know what? Come and join me. Be part of one of your own kind, and I'll give you true power." This is where the gold is. This is where the tension is. Because basically, they took the next 20 to 30 minutes deliberating whether or not, should Kyvier accept this power? So when you're doing tension, tension is just a beautiful thing to do. Why? Because it just gives your players a time to be like, "Oh my God, should we do it? Should we not do it? What's going to happen?" Oh, and it sort of gives them like this pit drop moment. And even better than that, when you provide tension, when you're saying, "Oh, I'll give you something that you really, really want." Because what player doesn't want more power or more strength or more abilities? That's literally why they level up their classes and whatnot. So I said, "I'll give you more power, just a little more." And he's like, "I want that, but what's the cost?" And it's like, "Oh, well, you serve me, obviously." And from that, they spent the next 20 to 30 minutes deliberating on whether or not they should take it. All RP. I was trying to avoid a combat encounter because I didn't want to slaughter the party. Nonetheless, they decided to fight him because that's what players do. He mollywopped them all and then gave him once again another choice. "If you accept my bargain once again, I will let your friends leave in peace and alive." In which they were like, well, Kyvier was like, "You know what? Fine, whatever, I'll accept your deal." And then he got to save his friends. He got to feel heroic because he saved his friends and sacrificed himself for it, which he's still at the party, but now he's just a warlock for Naga. And he now gets the power that he had also wanted. And now we have this really cool RP in where Kyvier is working as a double liaison agent for Naga, and basically, we're going to have to see how it plays out. Moral of the story. Put tension in your games in order to make your players have really, really hard moments that don't involve themselves rolling dice, just them RPing and having themselves to think what their character would do versus what they would do. Have them really dip into the fact that D&D is a meta game. You are meta-gaming your character. So use that meta game to their disadvantage by providing the player something that they really want, but at the expense of their character. So when you just do that, and you will see that tension will be amazing in your game. Your players will be like, "Oh my God, that was such a tense session. Thank you so much." And it will just make your game so much better.
I hope you enjoyed the content I prescribed for you today. If you really liked it, please sneak attack that like button down below. And if you really, really liked it, please feel free to subscribe as I post new content every single Saturday at 2:30 Eastern Standard Time at night. And if you want to join another group of amazing storytellers, pop on my Discord and I'll link that down below. I hope you enjoyed, and in a world without fantasy, sometimes we need a little Dungeons and Dragons.